Simo, you don't like to talk percentage, but is this the tightest top of the table end of the season you've seen in a while?
It's pretty tight, yeah. Last year we had to win our last game up in Brisbane to finish second, so we've got to win this game to finish in the top 4. So it's very, very similar. So yeah, it's tight for us. I think it's tight for a few sides.
Have you allowed yourself any consideration of who you prefer to play week 1 of finals?
No. I just can't get into that space. So I think your focus is just so much on winning and your prep, and you really can't do anything about it. So in terms of who you might and might not play, so we'll worry about that when it happens. Yeah, there's too many teams you possibly could play too. It's not as organised as perhaps it's been in previous years.
You might know, or does Long Carlton game will be finished before your game?
Will it?
Yeah, will you look at that before the game starts, or you mention it to the guys?
I don't know. I think Essendon's obviously in Collingwood tonight. That affects us with Collingwood, but no, I haven't quite worked all that stuff out. So honestly, it's just not part of how we operate. So no doubt someone will tell me what's going on, and if we need to do something, we need to do something. But I think we just need to win, don't we?
Well, top 4,
yeah. So that's all we'll have a crack at the moment.
So top 4 and top 2 comes if it all pans.
I think it's winning. That's what it's about. Yeah. So all that other stuff is just white noise, really. So we just can't get involved in it.
You don't assign anyone off to the side to just make sure.
Why? What's the
top
point?
Twos, you get your 2 home finals.
Yeah. We can't. Our teams playing before us, after us, around us. So don't worry about it. Let's just try and win. Win by a point, we'll take it.
How do you get the players in that same mindset as well?
They're a pretty mature group. Every year, the last game of the year for us has been pretty important. I think 2 years ago we had to win by a certain amount to make the 8. That's different. But we can control our own destiny this week, so we'll have a crack at that and we'll keep moving forward from there.
Yeah, that experience of, you had the crazy Adelaide game and last year as well against Brisbane and whatnot. Do you think
I think it happens every year. Yeah, every year the last game. If you're in the 8, there's normally something on that last game. So we've worked really hard to get in this position, and so have Hawthorn. They're the same. They've got to win. So that's why it's such an important game for both clubs.
For them, it's pretty much do or die in terms of the top 8 as well. Yeah. What are you expecting from them in terms of their attitude and things like that?
Yeah, well, they look like they're playing with a fair bit of freedom in the last few weeks, and obviously there's some strategy going against the sides they're playing, but they've had a couple of big milestones. They've got another one with Isaac Smith this week. So they've got that freedom, as well as there's plenty on the line as well. So that's a good space to be in. So we're trying to get in that space as well, where sometimes you can try too hard and too caught up in results and percentages and all those type of things. You just can't do it. So if you concentrate on playing the way you want to play and a decent brand, then all that stuff will take care of itself.
Is it an advantage to finish at home if you have to travel week 1 of the finals?
Sorry, I just can't get myself into. Not really. There's a bye next week, so we really separate the 2 seasons. So the last game of the home and away season. Last year we were in Brisbane, so it didn't make too much of a difference. So I'm not thinking that far.
You coached with Clarko when he had the team at the ultimate, but this is a little bit different because they're fighting to stay in the 8. Would he be any different, or what would his approach be?
I don't know. I know Clarko pretty well, but that was 5 or 6 years ago. He's got a different list, different relationships, but we all know what kind of coach he is and how he goes about it. So we'll worry about us. That's what we'll do.
How's JK this week and the body and the build-up?
He's good. Yeah, he's going well. He's in good space. Thanks for asking.
How much are you looking forward to the week off into the finals, JK?
JK?
Yeah.
I got no idea. No, I'm not sure why you're asking that.
In case he's banged up, old body.
No, he's good. He's not banged up. He's feeling great. Yeah, so he's in a good space.
Can you just talk about your changes, Adam? Were they fairly straightforward, or did you?
Pretty big decision with bringing Duggan back in. Yeah, he's missed 6 weeks and he's played. He played a game at waffle level on the weekend. I thought he was really good, really positive, very clean. But he's competing with some half-backs and key defenders that are in a good space as well. So, Tommy Cole and Rotham and Schofield and these guys are all AFL ready, which is great for our back half. And Masto comes in for Hutch, who, he went out for Hutch a few weeks ago. So they've been competing for a similar spot in the side all year. And it's Masto's turn now.
Is Jackson Nelson your next tag, you think, with Hutchins out of the side? Is that what sort of...
Maybe, yeah, we're looking at that. He did a role, I think it was against Melbourne. He played on Oliver. He's done the role before. So the thing about getting a half-back to tag in the midfield is you just got to shuffle so much around. So ideally we'd like to get it done in the midfield, and we've got a couple of players in our midfield that can help shut down players, but he's an option.
Interesting conditions, Adam, for your Waffle boys last week. Were you pleased with sort of the application that the tour in particular showed that you brought up this week?
Yeah, well, they're playing with great spirit, and the Waffle Eagles for us has been a great result for us. Win, lose or draw, they're providing energy for the club. So not often you can say that, and they're really embracing their role within our squad mentality, and they're holding up their end. Hopefully, a few games have got to go right for them to play finals, but we've probably got our list as healthy as it's been for a while, and there'll be 18 or 17 players available this week. So credit to our strength and conditioning staff to get our players available this time of year. So and they played well on the weekend in really wet conditions.
If they missed the finals, is that an issue if you have blokes on the fringe, they're not being able to play for?
Yeah, it's always something you've got to deal with that week off. We can't. I don't think if they make finals, we can't play guys who haven't qualified in the first week because we're not playing. So there's a few logistics around whether they can play or not if we make finals at Waffle level. So, yeah, but we'll have a squad mentality. We'll train everyone through even if we don't make it.
Under the old system years ago, when the players were just divvied up, you could play players in the resis in the Waffle if you needed to give them a game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is this something you've given up to get what you've wanted with your own team now?
I think we can play them somewhere, amateurs maybe, if we have to. It's been a challenge for us. Some of the kids that aren't ready for Waffle level, we don't have an avenue to get them to play. So it's happened once or twice this year. We've had to perhaps get them to play at local level just to get them through some minutes. But that's worth what we've got.
So have you been serious about the amateurs? You could have players on the fringe.
I think we can lease them out or rent them out to reserves level at Subiaco. Did we do that this year? I think we might have done that with Paddy Bynes. Yeah, so that's what we did.
Just actually outside of the Waffle itself, though.
Reserves, Waffle reserves.
Just from the outside looking in, it seems Schofield's been a bit unlucky getting squeezed out. What's your thinking in terms of team structure?
Yeah, it's been a tough call the last couple of weeks. The balance of our back line, I think it's quite healthy with what we've got this week. It's quite healthy with Schofield inside as well. So, yeah, it's been a tough few weeks for him, no doubt, and he's handled it really, really well. There's more games left in us this year, so he's fit and available. He'll play Waffle this week, and no doubt he'll do his job really well. So, finding that balance with our talls versus smalls is something that we're always working with, but both of them can work. So we're going with Duggan this week.
And the obligatory Nick Nanui question, how's he been travelling?
He started jumping during the week, so I think he's on track, hopefully, to be playing in the first week of the finals. Right. So we'll see how we go. He's got to tick a few more boxes, probably 2 more boxes, and but he's on the right path. I think he'll train fully next week, and hopefully available the week after, first week of the finals.
So this is the first time where you guys are actually confident that it's kind of going towards that it's going to play?
Confidence, it's a funny, it's just going through so many little phases. When you've got 10 phases in front of you, it's hard to say that he's going to be right, but he's only got a couple of little phases to go. So we won't rush it, we won't force it. If he's right, he's right. If he's not, he's not. But it's looking like he might be available.
And jumping-wise, does he feel any pain when he lands or when he lifts off?
That's what we're working through now. That's the little phase we're in at the moment. So he's jumping, he's pulling up well. So that's where he's at.
And so is he a walk-up start for that first time?
He'd be in the mix.
Tell him he's a walk-up start.
Do you have any concerns about his match fitness? He hasn't played.
We'll worry about that next week. Yeah, it really is not probably front of mind for me. Our strength and conditioning guys and all the stuff we do in the background, which is really important. It's not my focus, so I don't think too much. I'm here to give you some information about it, but I'm not thinking about it in terms of how to play, where to play. If he plays, it's more if he's available, that's great. But we're on to the Hawks.
Just in terms of the final couple of boxes he has to tick, what sort of things does he have to do?
I just train, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, just bring it all together now and train for a week or two and see how he pulls up.
That's a little frustrating that maybe the reserves might miss because, and also, or even if they do, you can't play those players because you've got the...
Yeah, I think that's probably the same case in most clubs. If
You can get special permission for injury.
yeah, probably. I'm not sure if the Waffle are going to give us permission to play Nick Nat in a final. Don't know if that's going to work. we might ask, but we'll see how we go.
Just on the Hawks, what have you made of their game style? And have you noticed a change in the past 6, 7, 8 weeks compared to earlier?
Look, defensively it's pretty similar. You know, they're trying some things. It looks like I said, they're playing with a real freedom, experimenting with some players in different positions. But the essence of what they do, it's defence really well, really good style of defence. They're the number one pressure team, the number one mark-off oppo beat team, and the last couple of weeks have been outstanding. So we're not taking this game lightly at all. We think it's going to be a real battle, and they're playing for a similar price to us with the spot in the 8. So it's going to be game on. I think we're one of many games. It's going to be like a final.
Big news earlier in the week with Ross being sacked by Fremantle.
Yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
I flicked him a quick text. Yeah, there's only 18 of us, so one of the brotherhood, and yeah, it's not that it's part of my day-to-day business, but yeah, I think he handled himself really well. Yeah, so we spoke briefly on the text.
Just on Chris Maston coming in, is he a required player for next year?
Sorry?
Chris Maston, is he a required player next year?
Oh, we're working through that. Yeah, look, we've been really happy with his form this year. He's been squeezed out a couple of times, but that's something we're working through. He's getting to the back end of his career, but his role that he plays for us is really important.